Hello, 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 my beautiful Bravo family. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you are here. We are going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 11 finale. I've got some co-hosts in the background today. We're talking everything about the finale, y'all. It was so good. We are going to put a nice bow on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 11. I want to go for a really laid-back atmosphere today. So I'm taking myself out of the clubhouse and we're just hanging out in my living room. So grab yourself a drink. I've got my Mingle mocktail and we are gonna get right into it. So this week's episode, it revolves heavily around the final group event of the season. Crystal is hosting a Chinese New Year party. At the end of this review and recap of the finale, we are going to then, at the end of the review, talk about season 11 as a whole, some highlights, my final thoughts. So make sure you stick around until the end because you don't want to miss any of those. So let's get right into it. I've got my notes. I'll be glancing over at those. And we're just gonna talk and hang out and shoot the shit. Let's get into the finale. All right, so all the ladies, they are back after the group trip last week to Del Mar in San Diego. They're spending time with all of their families. Harry Hamlin, he is going to be in Canada because he is shooting a new movie project. He's gonna be playing Tom Brokaw, which I can see it. I can get behind that. Let's talk about this event. So Crystal and Erika, they are visiting the venue for Crystal's Chinese New Year party. And I'm really excited to learn more about Crystal's culture. So 2021, the year we're in right now, it is the year of the ox. So it is supposed to represent stability. Nothing about 2021 has been stable in any way, shape, or form. So you're also supposed to wear red because it represents good luck. And I think the only person that wore red is Erika, which, girl, she needs all the luck that she can get. Am I right? So I work in retail. And Chinese New Year is a very, very big deal. It's an entire week-long holiday in the Chinese culture, sometimes more. They take off work, they take off school, they celebrate all week long. Basically, everything gets shut down and they just celebrate their little asses off. So one of the superstitions is that you're not supposed to fight or bring in negative energy into the new year. Erika Girardi, take notes. We then move over to Kathy Hilton. She is working on her latest project. She's flipping a house, and not just any house. This is like a couple $1 million of a house renovation. She is completely building this as new construction from the ground up. It's an 18,000 square house, 5 bedrooms, and it's currently on the market for $55 million. And this is just one of Kathy's side projects. What a level of rich. I really want to get into the house flipping business. There is money to be had in house flipping and real estate. Like, I'm all about it. We also need to talk about Kathy Hilton's lampshade hat. Choices were made, people. Choices were made. And if she wasn't Kathy Hilton, I would give it a boot. But because she's Kathy Hilton, I'm going to give it a toot. Only Kathy Hilton can rock off a ugly hat like that. So Sutton and Kathy, they are now talking about the past girls' trip in Del Mar. Crystal and Sutton, they are in a very good place now, which is really good. I'm glad to see it. They have come such a long way since the beginning of the season. You are an awkward, inappropriate person. We've made leaps and bounds, people. But Erika and Sutton, they were supposed to be in a good place because they were talking and being very friendly. Erika even apologized to Sutton, but in Erika's confessional, she played a very different tune. She does not feel the same way. She only did it because she didn't want to ruin everyone's trip, it just seemed very two-faced, if you don't ask me myself. Like, if you didn't want to make up with her, just don't say anything and just play nice in the sandbox and be civil. That whole conversation, it just kind of seemed like Erika was willing to let bygones be bygones and move on, but clearly that wasn't the case. But Kathy is basically telling Sutton that during Crystal's event, it should be about Crystal and not about any of the crap between her and Erika, and was basically playing the big sister role. Like, now listen, just remember, this night is about Crystal. Just keep that in mind. Love Kathy Hilton so much. So now we're going to move over to a little group dinner with Erika, Rinna, Kyle, and Dorit, the Fab Force 4, or whatever the hell they're called. So they're getting all caught up, and Erika says, there are days that I'm being controlled, and there are days where I want to fight back. And the topic of Sutton is brought up. Erika, for sure, does not feel the same way that she felt in Del Mar. And pot-stirring Kyle says that Sutton still feels as if Erika isn't being honest, especially with the car crash. The infamous freaking car crash, people. We're talking about it again. Like, I can't even, wrap my mind around it. Erika says that her son helped her find Tom. Here's the thing. Erika shared that her son called off duty and helped Erika try to find Tom. She never once provided the ladies with that information. Ever. It's like every single scene, new bits and pieces of information are shared. Like, it's kind of no wonder Sutton doesn't really believe Erika, because the story changes or new things are added every single freaking day. It's so confusing and it's so hard to keep up with what Erika is saying. And then Erika says about Sutton, and if you're going to call me an effing liar, bitch, do you want to get socked in the effing mouth? Maybe not the best thing to say when you're going through major legal issues. Maybe just keep that information to yourself. Like, if you want to sock Sutton in the face, maybe just keep that to yourself. There, I said it. Then Kyle brings up Erika's Instagram posts and basically tells Erika it's not a good look. Erika says that she does it to troll the trolls. Again, Erika, not a smart move. There are consequences to the choices that you decide to make. I get you want to troll the trolls and, ooh, F the haters. I'ma do what I want. But when you're posting stuff like, ooh, lick this puss, ooh, this puss is on fire, and you're half naked, and you're going through legal issues where people are thinking that you took money from plane crash victims, which you did, it's not a freaking good look, girlfriend. Anyway, so moving away from that little girls' dinner, we've made it clear where Erika stands with Sutton and everything. We're going to move over to Garcelle. So she's talking about her dating life. She went on a date with the guy with the hot bod, and it didn't really work out. He was kind of awkward. She didn't really feel it. It wasn't vibing with her. She's still looking for her Brad Pitt, however, and I think she's just going to put pause in the dating life for a while. But this is how dating goes. You gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you get your prince, and keep putting yourself out there, Garcelle. Your Prince Charming is out there. He will come. I have faith in you. You're a good girl. I like you so much. You're a boss bitch. You got your shit together. Yeah, I like you. So all the ladies, they are now getting glammed up, and we are going to discuss this. Everyone's getting their glam. Erika is so broke, yet she can afford all of this glam. Girl, look at your life, look at your choices. And is anyone else still thinking if Mikey is still on her payroll? Anyone? Is he still getting paid? I think he's still getting paid. There. I said it. He's getting paid. So now we're going to move over to the venue for Chinese New Year. Crystal is the first to arrive, and I am living for her freaking look. That long sleeve gold opulent dress. Bitch, you better work. Kathy Hilton is the next to arrive with her friend Elliot Mintz. Now, if y'all recall, Elliot is the one that instigated the now infamous moment on the boat. Were people doing coke in your bathroom, Dorit? Yeah, that's the guy that started this. And I also find it very interesting that all of these group events, Kathy never once brings her husband. But I have a theory about this. Y'all know I'm all about a theory. I think Kathy Hilton's husband just doesn't want to film. I think he's letting her do her thing. And he's like, you know what, honey? Do what you want to do. I just don't really want any part of this. I'm busy running the Hilton empire. Do your thing. Flip your houses. Drink your Red Bull. That's my theory. I just don't think he wants any part of it. He doesn't want to be filmed. He's very private. And he's just letting Kathy be Kathy. Love it. Rinna then arrives next in a wig and a sequin bodysuit. Not a fan of the look. So at this party, there are Chinese candies in the shape of the Chinese zodiac animals. And it just so happens that Lisa Rinna's Chinese New Year animal is a rabbit. A bunny. Do you know why? Do you get what I'm picking up? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? A bunny? Kim Richards?
I'm the bunny. The bunny. How ironic. I brought the bunny because they never gave it to my grandson.
Come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So Garcelle and Rinna, they have a moment on the side together. Rinna is feeling nice about the progress her and Garcelle have made with their friendship. So Garcelle feels that this is a good place to bring up Denise. She wants Rinna to have a reach out to Denise. And honestly, I would love to see Rinna have a reach out with Denise because Rinna did Denise so freaking dirty last season. I think Rinna needs to apologize, and Garcelle wants that to happen because she feels that if Rinna reaches out to Denise, it would show Garcelle that Rinna is a new person and progress is being made, which I kind of agree. Here's what though, I'm going to say it. I really would love Denise to return next season and really just come for Rinna and drag her. Like, no one really has the balls to drag Rinna. And I feel like Rinna needs a good dragging. And then Rinna says, oh, it's all about the timing. And when the timing is right, I'll reach out to Denise. We're going to be waiting a long damn time for that reach out to happen. I am just saying. So then Sutton, she is the last to arrive at the party, and when she arrives, Erika basically walks away from her and avoids her like the plague. And Erika is just being so two-faced. She didn't even acknowledge Sutton at all when Sutton arrived at the party, but yet just last week she's being chummy with Sutton and like, I'm so sorry. You did not deserve that at all. I'm sorry for my behavior. What is it? What is it? Seriously. So then all of the ladies, they make their way to the dinner table to start the Chinese New Year party. So Rob, Crystal's husband, starts the dinner with a toast, and he says, the thing about friends is that a true friend is someone that doesn't make the problems disappear. A true friend is someone that does not disappear when the problems come. Coincidence or shade? You tell me. And then you can hear Erika under her breath say, amen to that. Of course she would say that. So all the ladies, they then have this red envelope, and in it, it has money, and they're supposed to feed the animal when it comes out because they're supposed to get good wishes for the new year. So this animal is one of those Chinese dragon guys that flops around. I don't really know the correct termage for it, so if you know, comment below. When this dragon comes out, there's a loud gong bang, and freaking Kyle freaks out so crazily, like, it's me, y'all, it's me. I really loved this party a lot. I enjoyed seeing Crystal's culture. I loved seeing Crystal sharing her family's traditions. I love that she holds this near and dear to her heart. I love that she shared it with the world. It was a raw, but not so much emotional, just like a really raw, brave thing to do to let us into her culture like that. All the ladies were receptive. They asked questions. They were opened. They had open hearts, open minds. They were willing to experience something brand new. Unlike Real Housewives of Dallas, when everyone made fun of Tiffany Moon when she presented her culture's food to the ladies and everyone made fun of the chicken feet. Unlike RHONY, when Ebony shared with the group the Black Shabbat and Ramona made racist remarks about Jewish people not liking her and made the whole thing about her damn self. So it was nice to see that the Beverly Hills ladies went into this with a very open heart, an open mind. Kyle even asked questions about the traditions around Chinese New Year. And here are some of the things that Crystal shared with Kyle. So you are supposed to get a haircut. You're supposed to clean your house, all leading up to the Chinese New Year. You are not supposed to swear the day of the New Year, and you're not supposed to sweep or take out the garbage the day of the New Year. Which then makes Kyle turn to Sutton and says how Sutton is just sweeping things under the rug regarding how Sutton acted in Del Mar. But let's just not forget, Erika is the one that started being nice. Let us not forget that, okay? Just let us not. So Sutton then says she wants to start over with Erika and find a place of happiness and move forward, and she doesn't want any ill will between herself and Erika going into the new year, which was very brave of Sutton to say. She was the bigger person, which Erika then says nothing. And the silence was so uncomfortable. It was so weird and so uncomfortable and so rude. I'm going to say that moment was probably one of the rudest things Erika has done all season. She didn't even acknowledge that Sutton was even talking to her. That's a lie. She did. All she said was, "Why is everyone so quiet? I really have nothing to say." And I have nothing to say, Erika. You a bitch. Sutton was the bigger person. 100% Sutton was the bigger person. She literally didn't need to say any of the things that she said, but she did. She said that she wants to see Erika come out of this on the other end brighter and stronger. Sutton is trying so hard, y'all. She's trying so hard, but getting nothing in return. Like, if I got nothing in return like that, when I'm having a deep, honest conversation with someone and trying to make amends, I'd be like, you know what? You don't want to hear it? Fuck you. You're an asshole. Why am I sitting here trying? You clearly don't give a damn, so I'm not going to waste my precious breath on you, you dumb bitch. Ugh! It just really made me mad. And here's another thing that really had me mad. During all of this, no one had Sutton's back. No one said, you really need to be nice, Erika. You really should say something. Like, don't be a bitch. No one said that. And it made me sad for Sutton. Like, I wish someone would have really just had her back. No one did. Kyle does say in her confessional, I know you're going through a lot, Erika, but you still need to apologize to people. Like, it was nice of her to say that in her confessional, but she didn't say it in the actual moment. And newsflash, Kyle, like, you know Erika's going to see that, right? Like, you know she's going to see that. This isn't your first time at the rodeo, girlfriend. Here's what, Sutton, all she's trying to do is just make the peace and move forward, and Erika needs to do the same. I'm just saying. So then Kyle and Sutton, they have a moment together in the bathroom, and Kyle is comforting Sutton and talking about what happened in Del Mar. It really would have been nice for Kyle to do that in the moment in front of Erika. It just seems like she's so chicken shit. Like, why are all these ladies so afraid to say anything in front of Erika? It's mind-blowing. Erika was the one that pranced right up to Sutton and had a conversation with her in Del Mar. It was not Sutton. Erika even apologized for her behavior, and now Erika's being an ice queen towards Sutton. Again, it's like bipolar syndrome, hot and cold, mean girl shit. But my favorite moment, though, guys, was when Kathy Hilton walked right up to Erika and told her that she needs to go up to Sutton and just listen. That moment was like, damn, Kathy Hilton for the voice of reason. Yes. So Kathy Hilton then takes Erika right over to Sutton and makes Erika listen to what Sutton had to say. But here's the thing, Erika, she was receptive, but not really receptive. But at the end of all of this, we get some kind of resolution. I mean, it wasn't really much of a resolution between Erika and Sutton. Let's just say this. It was a tiny rice-sized resolution, and nothing really was resolved. And I guess we're just going to have to wait until the reunion to see what really goes down between Sutton and Erika. And then we end the episode with the classic, what are they doing now? Screens, and just like that, guys, season 11's over. Overall, I'm going to rate this season a 10 out of 10. This was one of the best seasons of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So let's look back on season 11 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We had the Sutton versus Crystal and the I don't see color moment. Remember when Crystal was like, tell me that girl that you don't see color. Tell me you're not that girl. And then when Sutton walked in on Crystal naked and she said that Sutton was awkward and inappropriate. Like, Crystal and Sutton, y'all, they went through it this season. But they came out the other end, like, stronger. They worked through it. We had Erika and everything. The car crash, the flipping of the cars, all of the ever-changing stories, the her not knowing where Tom's house was in the desert. Like, Dorit, what was her storyline? Can someone please tell me what Dorit's storyline this year was? Was it her bridal line? Like, I don't know what the point of Dorit was. Kyle, what was her storyline? I don't figure it out. I haven't figured it out. What was Kyle's storyline, guys? I don't really know what her storyline was. I think it was just kind of to be Erika's soldier and just stir the pot. Rinna, I don't know what her storyline, guys, was. What was Rinna's storyline this year? Her and Garcelle's issues? I'm just kind of confused. Garcelle and all of her dating, not really fitting in with the group, Dorit calling her a bully, taking all of the heat from Erika, Kathy Hilton and all of her moments, the Red Bull, the fans, who is hunky-dory. There were so many brilliant scenes, brilliant moments, and honestly, I'm really sad for this season to end. I've thoroughly enjoyed this season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It really was one for the books, and bravo to Bravo for giving us this season. I will be back next week. We are going to kickstart the reunion. It's a 4-part reunion. So much to talk about with this reunion. It's going to be epic. The trailer is out now. Get subscribed to my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you to my co-hosts, my little babies over here. I'll chat with you guys later. Bye.